Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola. What's up? Happy Friday. And happy Earth Day. So I hope that if you didn't get a chance to get out there and do something for the environment today, that you'll maybe take that time tomorrow. Hey, uppity. So, give me a second. I'm going to come on camera. All right, so it's not so light in here. One second, let me turn on. Not enough light. Let me turn some light on. Be right back. That's better. Yeah, it was kind of dark in here. Yeah, my son is a thing about the lights. Something about the lights. He's, you would think he was paying the electric bill up in this joint. So I have 2 libations tonight. I have a little Pinot Grigio, because grapes come from the earth. And it's Earth Day. On a vine that grows out of the earth. Then I have a little lemonade. Now this is pink lemonade, obviously. But lemons grow on a tree. So, for a long time, 420 was Earth Day. But
I guess with, 420 having its other meaning, and with the legalization of cannabis in so many states. Yeah. Now I forgot to turn the what you call it on this before I started. Let me see if I can do it while I'm in it. I don't know. Yeah. Let me see if I can do it. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna see. I have to do it. Well, I hope that's still there. Oh, good. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do some back office stuff because I was supposed to put the monetization on the video on the live stream before I started it. I remember to do it Wednesday. Shame on me for not doing that tonight. So give me a second. See if I can do it on another device. Once I find it, then I can let's see what's going on. Okay, I have to go through it. It's gonna take me where I want to go. Okay. No, like, what is she doing? I'm monetizing the video. I'm monetizing it. Okay, let me make sure I'm in the right one. Okay, now I'm in it. Alright, now let me go to my content. Because I know there's a way to do it while I'm actually in it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Doing this on the phone is crazy, y'all. I know. Yeah, I can make it. I can edit. Yeah, I'm just putting the monetization on. Yeah. Okay, did I okay, now we should be good then. Okay. Ah, there we go. Gonna come up. Oh, there. Okay, there it is. There it is. Save. I didn't save it. That's why it wouldn't let me out. Okay, so now this is. Okay, I turned it on. So I turned the ads on. I turned the ads on. And I probably kicked myself out of it too because I monetized it. So I just turned it on. It kicked me out of the video. But I'll see if it's monetized. I sure will. Okay. So it's on there. I know it's monetized. So anyone coming in from this point on, it's going to get an ad. It's going to get an ad on their way in. They're going to get an ad. So it has been a crazy week on the platform. A crazy week on the platform. It's also been a crazy week in the world as well. Hey, James. So, make sure. I'm looking at two devices, y'all. Sorry. So, one of the things that was really crazy was the arrest of A$AP Rocky. And from what we understand here on the West Side is that LAPD did not follow their normal procedure in this case. Like notifying his attorney so that he could just turn himself in. Because they thought he would have the quote-unquote weapon on him. And it's crazy to me that we're going through all of this when no one was killed, where someone was grazed, and we don't know, the person in question didn't press any charges. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't A$AP Rocky the one who was in jail in another country? Didn't that happen to him and his friends? I think that was him. It was a few years ago. Y'all, sorry. But I think that was him. So this is not trying, in my opinion, to have any run-in with the law, especially not in the United States. And Coach Malik, we have to ask ourselves why they didn't follow their normal procedures. While they pulled him, while they basically took him into custody at LAX, they were also batteramming his residence in LA. Like this was some kind of drug situation, because that's when LAPD normally uses batarams. And this is an alleged fight between supposed friends that may or may not have gotten out of hand and led to someone being grazed by a bullet. Let's think about that. Now, this allegedly happened in December of last year. And based on where Rihanna stands today, like she's ready to pop at any moment, that would lead me to believe that she was at least 4 or 5 months pregnant at that time. This is what, April? That was only like 4 months ago. And I don't get the impression that he's the type of guy that's going to be out in these streets getting in arguments, you know, brandishing weapons when he has a pregnant girlfriend. Especially the fact that he himself is a millionaire and his billionaire girlfriend is at home pregnant. But during that time period, they were everywhere together. So are we to believe that he went out there and did this and had Rihanna tagging along with him pregnant and he was doing this nonsense when he's about to be a father? The whole thing just sounds really, really fishy. The whole thing sounds really, really fishy. And once he was taken into custody, he immediately bailed himself out at $515,000 bail. They set his bail at $515,000. What's going on? What kind of case have they built in the 4 months since December? Because this allegedly happened at some night spot in the Hollywood area. We go back December. Wasn't a whole bunch, wide open in December. Matter of fact, that's when things were just starting to open up. So this must have been some private party, maybe? I'm just trying to figure out what the police, what LAPD has that they think gives them a strong enough case to go after this man for an alleged assault with a deadly weapon. I'm just wondering. Hey, it's all hot air. The whole situation is just, first we have someone who just straight out lied in regards to ASAP cheating on her. And that whole situation with him, they could have just allowed this man to turn himself in. All they had to do was contact his attorney, use their normal procedure. They didn't even need to do none of that. It was overkill to me. And I feel like they were trying to embarrass him and cause undue stress to Rihanna, because she was there when LAPD came up to their plant. Hey, Red Wings. I'm not a top hater, y'all. Let me just say it like that. I dated LAPD. First, it wasn't LAPD when I first started going out with them. Because, this was in my 20s. I did I dated gangbangers in my 20s, drug dealers, and cops. I'm telling y'all, your girl DC. Combination, but honestly not at the same time. But anyway, yeah, I dated LAPD. He's still LAPD. Matter of fact, he was in narcotics at one point, and he was undercover. In that, what they make into the 21 Jump Street, like it on the movies, there is a unit. It's not called 21 Jump Street, but they have cops that look younger go undercover, to infiltrate. But he did that. Now I think he has a desk job. I'm pretty sure he has a desk job, because he's the same age as me. Matter of fact, I think he's about to retire. Yeah. He made it through like 30 years. He made it through 30 years in LAPD and didn't get and is allowed to tell it. And he's not a corrupt cop. How about that? But most of the black cops in LAPD are not corrupt. Don't get it twisted. They treat them like, what? Just, what's behind the blue wall. I'm just saying. I'm just being real about it. Hey, Angel. Happy Friday. Happy Earth Day. So, this whole situation, it's just the timing of everything that they're doing. It's just the timing and how they did it, not following their normal procedures, none of that. The whole situation is just crazy. Hey, TC. So I'm going to be following that because it's an LA story, so I can probably get some information on that one. I'm definitely going to be following that because it just my fellow February baby, Rihanna. They just don't want to allow this woman to have a nice, happy, stress-free pregnancy. They're just not going to let her have it. It's not going to let her have it. Now, have any of you guys seen some of the testimony in this trial with Johnny Depp? Speaking of 21 Jump Street. Speaking of 21 Jump Street, because he was on that back in the day. And I don't know, is it his ex-wife or something? Or his ex-girlfriend? But there's some strong allegations going on with that one. I like Johnny's. I have always loved Johnny's acting. Okay? But he and Leo DiCaprio, who is also brilliant actor. They're both just weird as F. They're weird. You know, both of them are weird. I mean, freaking Johnny Depp is like my age. Dude, why are you out here with the, you know, see, this is the reason why if you're going to be in a relationship, you need to make those decisions early, and then you need to be in relationships with people who are age appropriate for you. You do not need to be the 60-year-old man out here in court with his 30-year-old ex-girlfriend. You don't need to be that person. You also don't need to be 50-something-year-old man at the club, at the bar, you know, trying to buy somebody a drink. Thinking them young girls want to talk to him. Just brilliant actor, but in real life, a weird person. Just, you know, and I don't know, I mean, I do act, I'm artistic myself, you know, and I know that artistic types work sometimes kind of, you know, weird, but not that weird. That's a whole nother kind of weird. Yeah, I know I'm different. I'm okay with that. Clearly, I'm different. You know? You had a retired come home for a funeral. Oh, but I'm telling you, Red Wings, that's what I'm telling you. It's not all of LAPD. The guy that I dated, we're still friends. We're still friends. Yeah, he was one of the, you know, although I'm not really an astrology person, he was one of the Leo people that I dated. I dated two guys that were Leos. And they were kind of like, I probably should talk about that at another time. I don't even want to go there. Let's get back on regular programming. Let's get back on regular programming. We're not going to go into that. Maybe I'll talk about that on the Purple Diva Den later, because that's going to be a whole nother topic in that. All right, so back to the stuff in the world. Okay, so now let's get to the YouTube stuff, y'all. Let's get to the YouTube stuff. Let me see. Where should I start? Black sector, beef sector, black sector, beef sector, black sector, beef sector, black sector. We'll start with black sector. Yeah. So, our favorite, you know, villains. Well, they're not really villains. They're scammers. Our favorite scammers. The black sector has been turned on by another of their friends. Not tonight, Angel, because tonight I'm kind of gonna go through the stuff, and then I'm doing another live stream on the other channel, because I'm doing back-to-backs. I'm trying to keep within my schedule tonight, but another night, absolutely tonight. I'm just trying to keep on on a schedule of what I'm doing. But I love you. I love you. But maybe a little later on, if I get through everything that I'm talking about, if I get through everything that I needed to talk about, then absolutely. But let me get through everything that I want to talk about first. So, the homosexual, spiritually married couple of the Black sector, Nyla says, and Taz exclusives, have been turned on by another of their allies. Black Women's Fair, who now goes by Women's Fair, has been laying it on them. Now, her hands are not clean by any, means. I mean, she's done things of her own, but we're not talking about what she did now. We're talking about what they did right now. They've got several open cases. Shouts out to JV Dessalines for finding them and serving them. Now, I've talked about how, Nyla has gone over to divestment, and I've asked the question as to how is she a divester or supporting divestment when she's with a Dusty? And his commentary is completely contradictory to what it is that she's talking about. Hey, Joe. Completely different. But apparently, Black Women's Fair, shouts out to you, girl, for your connections, help these people get money. $20,000 plus. Now, why do they need that money? Because I don't know. Doesn't Nyla family own several pieces of property? Isn't she a CFA? Didn't she go to Columbia? But the truth is, none of that's true. There's some picture floating around, shouts out to Suge, of her when she was much younger in a wheelchair with the late Tupac Shakur. So, and so she's a disabled scammer. I don't think she's in a wheelchair right now. My understanding, she walks with the kind of, she kind of walks kind of, slew-footed, like, with a limp, or I don't know. One of her legs is shorter than the other. I don't know. But, and maybe she is reminiscent in her divestment, rhetoric to when she was actually with a white man. Yes, Nyla says, we all know that you used to be married to a white man. And said person seemed to have issues with people that look like us. I wonder if Did he treat you well? But I understand that he was, you know, trash, broke. So guess you didn't digest very well when you did. And then you come back over here and you get with this 6'7" scarecrow. For why? Is he all you can get? Girl, you say you fine though. But now you're gonna be like your girl, like none of us have to do anything. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna just take in everything that Women's Sphere is saying. And see, a lot of this stuff we already knew. That's the funny. We knew tons of stuff about you. But here's something I want to know. You know, seeing as that is supposed to be about helping women and everything, and you are too, and all this BS. Why do you guys always reach out to single Black mothers for assistance? This isn't the first time that this has happened. None of us can forget what happened with Bayou Bunny. Wasn't that when you were supposed to get that work done on your body? Oh, but that's right. You never got any work done on your body. And I already told y'all how I felt about Taz. Lowlife was showing pictures of JV. That's why there's an open case, isn't that? Isn't that right, Taz? Why were you looking at a woman other than your spiritual wife's body? And Nyla, what the F were you showing those pictures? I thought JV was your friend. Now, if JV was jealous of you, why would her body be your inspiration? And you didn't get it right from what we can see. From what we can see. We don't even know if you even paid the full price for your body, girl. Because you didn't get all the treatment. But my issue with you, here's my issue. My issue is you lying about having sarcoidosis. And I know you could possibly have sarcoidosis if you would get that surgery. You know how I know? Because my first cousin has it and is still living with it. Praise God. But also has had to have a heart transplant and a lung transplant. But he's still here. And I have an uncle who died from sarcoidosis. And there's no way in hell you could have ever done any type of BBL, cutting it. None of that would have happened to somebody who actually had sarcoidosis. And then you lied and said that that's what you needed it for. Needed money with Buddy. By the time you got to Women's Sphere, I guess it was a new scam. But she says you owe her $20,000. Oh, and let me make this public service announcement. While y'all fighting y'all little case, and fighting in these YouTube streets against everybody. Don't you dare. Don't you dare pull uppity unicorn into none of your bullshit. Don't pull her in. She don't have nothing to do with it. Keep my sis out of it. She dodged a bullet. And now that's somebody to be jealous of. Uppity Unicorn is a gorgeous woman. Gorgeous, statuesque, Amazonian woman. Yeah. And thankfully, she dodged that bullet with that cast piece of trash. Yeah, I was around when all that stuff happened. I was here. But we're all going to sit here and watch. We're going to watch the show. And, for those who, are just coming in to the Taz and Nyla show, feel free to go look at the videos that are over on my girl Cookie's channels. Yeah. Look on her Cookie Monster channel, look on her Nubian Narcissist channel. She posted all the receipts about these folks numerous times. And they, tried to get a channel taken down multiple times in regards to that, and succeeded in some cases. What I don't understand is how anybody can take people in their 40s who do not have a permanent address seriously. How you making all this money on YouTube and you don't have a permanent effing address? You stay at the Red Roof Inn. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. You know it, April 1st, 2020. 2 years ago. We ain't gonna never forget the April 1st massacre. And it's April again, 2 years later, and one of your biggest, allies is over you. And I agree with Couture Bay. Bree, I agree with you. It does not make any sense that Sinji hangs with them. But the fact that she hangs with them, birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. Same old fake stuff. I mean, she's talking that divestment. They talking that divestment. Yet, now it's with the Dusty. Sin had a baby by a Dusty, allegedly. Well, ain't no baby now. She got like a 2-year-old toddler at this point. She does a good job of hiding that child. but birds of a feather, you know. And when she did the interview with Storm Monroe, you know, it did look like she was trying to separate herself a little bit, but we all now know that Storm is undercover manosphere. Now he out here boo-hooing because he can't do none of that stuff for his channel that Tasha K was doing for him for effing free. He don't even allegedly know how to do his own freaking thumbnails. But this is who Sinji went and had interview with. You know, but see, Sin went over there and interviewed with him thinking that was going to take her into mainstream, but she didn't realize is that Storm is actually Manosphere, who really wanted to mentor with Tommy Sotomayor, did Tommy get a channel back, or is he still off of YouTube? I think he's still off of YouTube. But the fact is that you played yourself with Tasha. Yeah, she's got this stuff going on with Cardi and everything. But did anybody notice that she got her $1 million back? Did y'all notice that? That she got her $1 million back? That one. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all didn't know? I'm a wino. I like Tasha K. I was around when she wasn't this big, huge channel. When she was much smaller. I mean, Tasha is how I found Jovi Beauty, who I mod for. One of my mods is one of Tasha K's day one mods. He's hardly ever in her chat. But when I do see him in her chat, he still got his mod wrench. None other than our own Nakuma Toure. Now he's one of her day ones. You know, and I know there's, Storm thought that he didn't need Tasha, and so he showed his ass. And then Tasha has aired out some of his laundry. Hey, Teron. Oh, thank you, Angel. Yeah, we're going to be on there in a little while. That's going to be actually interesting. On the Purple Diva Den tonight, I'm going to be talking about relationship expectations. I'm going to talk about relationship expectations, but not just like, love relationship, but also like friendship. Because, a lot of people have very intense friendships over a lifetime. And expectations can change at different times and different seasons of your life with different relationships. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that on the Purple Diva Den tonight. And if you have not checked out the spoken word Ode to a Bad Boy, I will try to play the audio of it during my show later. that is the poem that I did to the late great Luther Vandross on the day of his death, and it is laced with over 30 of his songs, 30 of his hit songs, because almost every song that Luther sang was a hit. So it's over 30 of the hits by Luther are in that song, in that spoken word. I actually republished the written version of it on my Facebook that same day. That's what inspired me to just give y'all that spoken word on 420. Let me see where we are. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Oh, really? Oh, you talking about the Nyla Cash show? Yeah, it has dragged on forever, years and years and years and years. Yeah, but now we're back. Now we're back for round 3. Well, I guess people just didn't have, the streets. When the streets get dry, people have to bring up old stuff. The streets are dry, so they're pulling up all this stuff. They're pulling up, because don't nobody want to talk about Nala and Taz. We just want them to go away. Go over there with the people who support you. God bless them. God bless the ones who support them. My issues with Taz are the way he talks to women and him saying calling everybody under the sun on the spectrum. I can't stand people who misuse the autism spectrum and say that everybody on YouTube has autism, or is slow because they don't agree with their opinion. Like, did you even graduate from high school? With your teenage, mother, spiritual wife, who is not a good representation of Chicago. South Side. My guy's from the South Side. So, matter of fact, I got family on the South Side. But all these folks that be on here that say they're from Chicago, who y'all? Y'all ain't even representing Chicago for real. Just don't say you from there. Please, stop it. Just don't say it. You know what, Angel? When I was, when my son was younger, I was on the board of directors for a organization, a nonprofit here that's tied to one of the regional centers, and it was home, and it still exists. I'm just not involved with the organization anymore, but it's homeowner made easy. And what we did with our organization is that we helped developmentally disabled adults and their families, to become home, to live independently. Like in some cases, Fannie Mae used to have this program specifically for parents of kids on the autism spectrum, that they could get home ownership with some special concessions and everything. But they've got programs out there that are specifically geared to adults that have developmental disabilities, because developmental disability doesn't mean you don't know how to understand paperwork and know how to purchase a home. You know, lots of people with autism, I mean, you know, I'm not going to say lots of, there are people with autism that are homeowners, you know, even though the statistics are so high for people on the spectrum as adults to be unemployed and to live at home. Slowly but surely, that's starting to change as more of you are able to live independently on your own and want to live independently on your own. It's getting better, and the protections are there as well, so that you still aren't being taken advantage of when you're purchasing property or buying a car or anything. You know what, Angel? The people that I'm talking about are bums. That's why they are homeless in their 40s and have no permanent address. They have no excuse for not having a permanent address. You're absolutely right. There is no excuse for them not having a permanent address. Not in all this time. I mean, even if their credit is doo-doo, okay? Even if their credit is doo-doo, even if they have evictions up the wazoo, eventually you can get an apartment. And I don't know, they're in Vegas. Anybody can rent in Vegas. I'm gonna take this thing off. Let me turn that down. Oops. Turn it down. All right, y'all. I had it on earphone so I could hear what you guys could hear, because I always have to be making sure that my sound is good, because I'm on this iPad, and sometimes I have noticed that when I've done some lives, depending on how I had the iPad, when I played it back, the sound was going in and out. Specifically, I think it was one I did on Good Friday, the morning one. So I don't know if it was how I had it, and I wasn't checking the volume on that one. So now I'm paranoid about it, and I'm always making sure that you guys are getting good quality sound. I'm about to get out of here, but let me just tell you guys what's coming up. Okay, so on this channel, I have autism and suicide for autism awareness that is going to be coming out over the weekend. I also have a coffee talk. The coffee talk is still in the can. In editing. It's coming out. That's all I can say. I'm also working on the fans. Probably I'm going to start on them this weekend, and I may do some video. You know, I may do some video of some of the work that I'm doing. We'll see. I will be on the Purple Diva Den. And about 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes. I'm not going anywhere. In about 10 minutes, I just need to change the atmosphere in, the background, change the music, change the avatar. Yeah. Because I don't come on screen for that conversation. So I'll see you guys later for the Purple Diva Den, getting verbal in the den. And those who can't stay up and come on over to the Purple Diva Den, you know you want to come over there because I'm going to finish the conversation. You don't know what I'm going to talk about over there. That conversation gets very hot. I would just say that because it is an adult conversation. That's all I'm going to say. That's why I don't do it on this channel, because I talk about autism on this channel. And even though I've got my 55 plus lifestyle on here, there's just certain stuff I'm not going to do in my live streams here. And I feel much more comfortable doing on a whole other channel. It's not monetized yet. Anyway, you guys, I'm about to get out. I'll see y'all in about 10 minutes if you're going to be in the Purple Diva Den. If not, I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. I didn't even talk about half the stuff that's going on in these YouTube streets. I only talked about the black sector stuff. There's some B sector, black sector, but that one's a mix. Stuff going on. It's just a mess. Y'all are just a mess. Truly a mess in these YouTube streets. But I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna stay in my namaste. I'll see you guys later. Until the next time, I'll see you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll see some of y'all in a few minutes over at the Purple Diva Den, and the rest of you guys, I'll see y'all Monday. I'm out of here, guys. Let's see. We got it right. Yeah, we got it right. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.